All right, and we're live. Awesome. Just give us a minute. Finish my final setup, and we're going to jump into today's Tuesday teardown. Tuesday teardowns are a lot of fun because we're basically looking at some of the top companies out there that are running and spending money on using paid advertising and looking at their ads and their landing pages and kind of picking them apart, see what doesn't make sense, what's working, what's not working, and really what they can be doing better to improve their overall campaigns. I'm just finishing my final setup on my phone so I can track my stuff. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, great, perfect. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through three companies. This is three companies in the next series of Tuesday teardowns. Instabug, Avalara, and Skai. You may have never heard of these companies before. These are all SaaS companies that are all spending money using Facebook ads. And there's a lot of stuff. If you've seen any of the previous ones, you'll see there's a lot of breakdowns in terms of people who are running ads, things that don't make sense, and things they can just do better, and things that you can really use to apply for your next marketing campaign. This is really all about giving you insights to be able to take action on your next marketing campaign, and they're always a lot of fun to do. So just 30 seconds about me. My name is Gavin Zeitlin. I have a background I have personally managed more than $10 million in paid ad spend using primarily Facebook, Instagram, and stuff. So I've been around the block in terms of seeing what works and what doesn't work. And the thing about paid ads particularly is that they're brutal. They tell you straight what's working, what's not working. And it takes things out of the realm of theory, particularly when it comes to marketing. And you're able to take a look at things, test them, see what works and what doesn't work, and then just be able to kill the ones that are not working, ones that are working. And basically, this has given me a lot of experience, particularly in my training as a copywriter, to be able to take a look at ads that are working, ads that are not working. Today, I run a business called Fire Copy, very unique business model and agency specifically for people who are running paid ads, email marketing, and funnel copy based. You get continuous copy, updated copy, conversion based copy for all of your emails, ads, and funnels on a subscription model. Basically, again, by someone who's actually managed more than $10 million in spend, made tens of millions and more via email and other things for various clients and companies that I've worked with in the past. So that's the background. I want to jump into this again. Instabug, Avalara, and Skai. Let me just give me a second to share my screen, and we're going to jump into this and get started. Give me 1 second. Okay. And here we go. Great. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm looking at the background and see what the active ads are all three of these companies are running at the moment. And I'm going to go through kind of show you the ads they're running, what the strategy is behind them, and we'll also take a look at their landing pages as well. So the first one I'm going to look at is a company called Skai. Skai offers a platform, what they call omni-channel marketing, which I believe is a way to be able to I wasn't entirely sure, which is always like a big problem if someone can go to your landing page, particularly someone in marketing who's potentially could be a customer for you and doesn't actually understand what the product does for you. They use a lot of buzzwords in their marketing, which is always a big no-no, and we'll get into kind of what they are doing wrong and what they can do better. So these are the two ads they're running. My first thought when I first looked at these ads that these were retargeting ads. So my guess is they have some other type of organic traffic or potentially paid ads through another channel for top of funnel traffic, and then these are specifically focused on paid ads. So we're going to take a look at these right here. So let's just dive into this ad. They just changed their interface on this thing. Very cool. Okay, so this is their ad. So retail, paid, retail media, paid search, paid social, and apps. Actually, sort of the headline first. Okay, number one, omni-channel marketing platform. Okay, this is okay because it kind of explains a little bit about what they do, but what I would really like to see in this scenario is I'd like to see them be a little bit more specific in their headlines. Again, omni-channel is the idea that you're going to be using multiple channels in your marketing, not just focusing, let's say, on just Facebook or just LinkedIn. You're going to say, hey, we got LinkedIn, we got Facebook, we got other digital advertising, maybe we also have some online advertising, and we really want to create a way to be able to bring everything together to be able to track the performance of our marketing. So I would go a little bit more specific in the headline here. Instead of saying number one omni-channel marketing platform, first of all, I would capitalize something here. This seems a little bit kind of weird that everything's kind of lowercase. Could be, and again, I'll just kind of point something out. Like I have seen sometimes that having a lowercase headline or a subject line in email actually can increase or boost the performance. It's worth testing. But my first thought looking at this is kind of weird because you have 3 really long words here. If it was like a short sentence with shorter words, it might be a little bit different. But what I would, again, assuming that this is going to be a demo, and I'll show you the kind of the issues they're having on their landing page as well. I would make this a little bit more specific. Keep track of all of your marketing performance in one place, right? One of the things that I talk about a lot when you come to your ads, you want to kind of address the pain points that people are experiencing. One of the big pain points people have, do you feel, I know I've experienced this, if you're in marketing, you may have experienced this, is that to check your stats, you feel like you have to go to like 14 different platforms to get all your information. And sometimes like companies will even build other layers on top of that to build like some type of way to pull in all the information and all the data just so they can get some type of clarity on what's actually happening in their business. So that's something I would really kind of think about approaching from a copy standpoint for this point. Let's talk about the pain point a little bit. Like, are you sick and tired of having to open up 53 sources to get all of your omni-channel marketing data, right? That's a great kind of headline to attract and hit on the pain point that I'm experiencing. In terms of the actual creative itself, again, it's not bad taking omni-channel. Clearly they like this word omni-channel. They're trying to like, I guess, go after people who may be using this in the organization. But again, I always have I have a general rule which basically says clarity over creativity. Omnichannel is if you think about the overall market, a very small section of the market that word's gonna mean something to them, right? Whereas if you use more kind of open up wider language and talk about the problem, you're going to attract a lot more people with this ad. So that's something I would just kind of say about the copy standpoint. I also like to say I like to include some type of picture of a person in your ad, because one of my rules about images and creatives in the ads, and if you look at I did frame.io last week, and they actually had a really good video. But generally my rule with creative is that you don't want to actually look like an ad when you're scrolling in your feeds, because if you think about it, somebody's scrolling through their feed on their phone, and if they see something that automatically screams ad, they'll more likely going to scroll past it. If it kind of looks like somebody posted it as part of their social media or potentially as part of a news story, people are actually much more likely to stop and read it. I tell the story sometimes of what happened back in the 60s when they did a test in a newspaper where they tested an advertorial in a newspaper. This is the old school days of direct marketing, right? And they tested, it was exactly the same ad. The only thing they changed in the ad was the type font. In one, they used kind of like the standard sans serif type of font that you would use for an advertorial. And the other one, they used a serif font that includes that matched the font type of the newspaper. And the one that matched the font type of the newspaper had almost a 50% increase in response, because people didn't look at it and immediately think it was an ad, right? So the more you can make your ad not look like an ad, generally the more performance you're going to get. Okay, so that's the headline, that's the ad, that's the image. In terms of the actual copy itself, retail, media, paid search, paid social, and apps, bring all your performance together in one platform. Okay, it's decent. You're giving specific details about actually what you're addressing, and you're giving an action statement. Bring all of your performance together in one platform. Again, still not quite talking about the problem. It's always good to talk to the problem a little bit, because people are much more pain focused, right? If I talk to you, hey, do you want my cool widget here? Even if it uses all the buzzwords that you might be familiar with, you're less likely to respond than, hey, do you have a serious problem going on in your business? You'll be like, oh my gosh, yeah, like every day. Like tell me more, right? So the more you can talk to the problem is always going to be better for your advertising. So let's take a look at their landing page here. So they're driving people to book a demo, right? Sales call, basically. What I would do this a little bit differently, this landing page. The first thing I actually pulled apart was this headline here. Book a demo and unleash the power of omnichannel marketing. Okay. Unleash the power. Don't ever use buzzwords. particularly on your landing page, or your ads. Just like it's wasted space. It doesn't mean anything. Give me specifically exactly what you're going to do it. Again, like I said before, be specific. Bring all of your marketing channels from the 57 different platforms you're using into one easy to read dashboard so you can make immediate decisions, based on something like that, right? So obviously you'll take that into a headline and bullet points, but like the idea is you want to be a lot more specific in terms of your headline and your ads. One of the things you can also do, this is the Flesh grade reading calculator. I took, where was it? Did they change it? Oh, I think they changed it. They changed it. No, here we go. I look at it was their headline here. It was actually on their landing page. My first thought was that this is the landing page driving people to booking. So what happens if I look at just their main website, kind of see what they're, because I was trying to figure out what they do, right? So I looked at this here. This is the line here. The only unified platform for omnichannel marketing across performance media built on a unique data connectivity and advanced artificial intelligence. That is a mouthful. You got to really simplify your language. And one of the great ways to do this is to run your copy through the Flesh grade reading score level. And you really want to get something for B2B, it can be a bit more advanced, let's say the 7th to 8th grade reading level. For B2C, it's going to be even less. But look at what grade it gave that sentence here. It gave a grade of 21, right? College graduate would be somebody who would understand what this is. Now we would think, well, I want smart people to read this. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to go for simplicity in language. And when we go for simplicity in language, more people will understand what you're saying. So I would give overall this ad in this campaign maybe a 5 out of 10, because the ad had some good elements on it, but the clarity and messaging, what they actually did in terms of tracking people and bringing people in, very hard and very challenging to read. And now we actually have a number or I'm actually looking at that says this is extremely difficult and challenging to read. So again, some takeaways there. Again, simplify your language, even if you're using B2B. Talk about the pain point more. Avoid buzzwords. I see so many people use buzzwords in their ads. Just like kill the buzzwords. Just say what you're going to say and be specific about what you're going to do for people. Okay, so that's the first victim in today's Tuesday teardown. Let's now move on to victim number 2. Victim number 2. I'm going to drink some water while it loads. All right. So victim number 2 is Avalara. Avalara actually overall, of all the companies that I've reviewed so far, I think they were actually one of the best ones I looked at. I'll go through exactly what they're doing and why and what they're doing so well. But just if you don't know what they are a tax compliance software to help you particularly I believe for American businesses, keep up to date on all the latest tax requirements you need so that you can make compliance and because listen, everyone hates doing taxes, so they help you to do that in a much more seamless way. Let me scroll down. I generally like to look at some of the older running ads because that generally kind of indicates ones that are kind of successful if they've been running for a while. So we have one here that's been running for about 3-4 weeks. So let's just take a look at this one. Actually, well, not this one because this one's downloadable. I will talk about what they're doing here. One of the things I've seen a lot of SaaS companies been doing lately, which is actually I think a good idea. Here, actually, we'll take a look at this one. Is they're giving people a free download via Messenger and Facebook ads. And I believe what they're also doing is they're also then capturing their email address as part of that process so they can follow up with them later. But basically what they're doing here, let's kind of break down this ad here. So we have a handy guide to managing sales tax, right? This is a great content piece, attract somebody with a sales lead. This is for sure a pain point. I've seen many entrepreneurs, particularly ones that are selling in multiple states, have to deal with the challenge of sales tax in specific states. And a handy guide, if I'm dealing with this problem, which a lot of companies do, particularly ones that are growing, that haven't had to deal with this before, this will attract their attention. In terms of the creative, I think they're targeting a strong enough pain point. The creative is okay. You don't need a picture of a person in here because they're telling you exactly what they're going to give you. We're going to give you a guide to help you manage your sales tax, the 5 steps to managing your sales tax. In terms of other information here, here we go. Actually, we can get access to. Can we get access to it? Will they give me access to the actual thing? Great. Great. So now let's look at the next step in their funnel. So what we're going to do is actually look at their funnel. We're going to see what this giveaway does and where it sends people for the next step. But in terms of the ad itself, we can see that when people sign up, it's capturing their email address, first name, country, and company name, so which is good. The only challenge I'll just kind of point out, particularly with Facebook, sometimes is that when you use these like lead type of ads, it will pre-populate the information, and many times people will have their personal email address there because that's what they use for Facebook, and then you wind up getting a email that's not attached to a company, which if you want to do, let's say, outbound sales afterwards, might be a bit of an issue. So if you want to force people, you might get less leads, but you'll get higher quality leads of the people who come through. So let's take a look here at their thing. They have a very nicely designed little booklet here. Here, let's just scroll down to the bottom. So a complete tax compliance solution built for you. Okay, this is kind of a missed opportunity. They don't really have a really strong next step at the bottom of their thing here. They've got their brand in front of these. I imagine they'll do some type of follow-up via email or via even Facebook Messenger afterwards. But this could be a missed opportunity here. If they're sending people, let's say, to a sales call, let's see if we can find a one that's actually sent to a landing page. Okay, they're pushing here. Let's take a look here. License preparation and filing with Avalara. So this is actually going to be sent to a landing page. And let's take a look at their website. Ready to obtain your licenses. Actually, this is talking about something different. This ad is talking about finish setting up your business with expert license preparation. Interesting. This actually is pretty decent look. You got a person in the picture. Get your licensee right. Use an expert. They're offering a very unique service for a very specific niche. I actually like this ad a lot. License preparation and filing with Avalara. I'm assuming they're talking about just general business licenses. That's my guess. But this actually is a pretty good ad. They're using orange, which is part of their branding, but it's also a very good color to kind of stop the eye. Orange, person in the picture smiling. Again, even if it's a stock photo, it's enough to stop someone and at least read the headline. And if someone's in that range, that should attract their attention here. In terms of their landing page, I love this landing page. It's extremely simple. People like to make a big deal about their logo. Okay, and it's like no one cares about you, particularly at this stage in the ad standpoint. People want to know, well, do you understand my problem? And if you understand my problem, and you have communicated that you understand my problem, I'm much more likely to want to take a next step with you. So, ready to obtain your licenses, turn your work over to us. Our experts find specific licenses you need. Prepare your applications, submit your online return applications. If someone's a busy entrepreneur who's trying to build things up, this could be a lifesaver. I actually know somebody. They started I think it was an animal therapy business, and they didn't even realize how many licenses they needed when they got started, and they got bogged down with paperwork for 6 months. So this is something that, particularly, again, if you have some money for this would totally be something that someone would. So I'm actually going to give them an 8 out of 10 for this campaign. I think this is actually a pretty good campaign. I do want to take a look at their main business website. So I want to see, again, using that lead generation to lead magnet to the next step in the funnel. Do you actually want to send people back? Are people buying this basically on the site, or do they actually have people signing up for a demo? So here, cut tax compliance costs, not corners. Oh my God, this is a great headline. This is a great headline because, again, they're talking about exactly not just what they do. They're talking about a pain point and a pain problem and a problem people have. A lot of people will have. Listen, I don't want to pay a lot of money, but I also want to make sure I'm compliant, right? So people will say, like, if I'm not an expert, how do I know that let's say this consultant that I'm hiring is doing the right job, doing the right thing? I don't know that. And this is something they're addressing right in the headline of their website. Really, really good. Okay, so let's see here. What's interesting here is actually they're sending me to a blog post on their homepage, which is kind of weird. And then we have chat with the specialist. I want to see what their pricing is. So I want to see, like, weird. If I click get started, I want to see basically what I'm looking for here was, again, what's the next step in the funnel where I move someone from marketing to sales here. Here we go. Get in touch, get tax compliance right. Okay, they are driving people to a form to sign up for a call. So that being said, let's go back to the ads for a second. So if you remember the first ad that we looked at from them, that ad was sending people to a Facebook Messenger where we were giving them a free download for learning how to be tax compliant. And the last page of this one, which we opened up here, right? This is, I think, the big missed opportunity. This page is not like this could be much stronger. You want to drive people. Like, are you experiencing issues with your tax compliance? Did you have a letter from the IRS? Are you worried about not being tax compliant? You get a free call with one of our specialists by going to this website. Right? Be very, very clear on what you want people to do next. But again, overall, the ads were pretty decent. But again, this is a huge misstep in their funnel to send people basically to this page to have them sign up for the next step in their business process. All right, well, now we're going to go on to company number 3. So company number 3 was Instabug. So this is a kind of an interesting company I found. They're actually based in Egypt. And I actually thought their product was pretty cool. It seems to be a platform specifically for developers where they'll get instantly notified of any bugs or issues in their software, both in the development and testing phase and even from live users. So that was kind of a cool little product. And I want to take a look at their ads and see how well these ads are doing and how they perform. So let's take a look again. Let's look at one of the older ads that they're running. The cost of failure on mobile is high to your bottom line and your reputation, which is why it's time to think like a mobile-first company, even if you're not one. With Instabug, you get performance monitoring that was designed for the intricacies of mobile, so you instantly know when any aspect of your ad performance isn't meeting quality standards. Okay, let me think about this for a second. I'll tell you the problem with this. I thought that their target for this company was somebody in the tech department, the software developer, etc. It seems to be from this statement what they're saying is they're talking to somebody like a business owner, right? So it's a bit hard to know what the target is, but they seem to be offering. Let's open up this ad. Make this ad a little bigger. Deliver superior mobile app performance. So let's say I'm developing an app. Let's put on my hat for a second. If I'm a SaaS CEO, right, or a SaaS startup, deliver superior mobile app performance. It seems kind of vague. It's not very specific. Deliver superior mobile app performance. It's kind of like it's time to think like this is what strikes me as what I would call Madison Avenue type of advertising, where we want to kind of like get these catchphrases in there and get these ideas. And the challenge I've generally found with that type of advertising and that approach is that it goes for a lot of creativity as opposed to clarity. Like again, you have to answer the question right away. What are you going to do for me? Like, what are you going to do you're going to deliver superior mobile app performance? Okay, like, I think my app's fine. Why do I need you? Okay, tell me a problem I'm experiencing, right? Hey, are you seeing a high number of negative reviews come in on the App Store for your ad? Assuming that's the target, right? A lot of times it can be because you aren't even aware of a problem in the infrastructure on Apple's infrastructure that's causing poor performance for your app. We offer a platform that allows you to be able to get instant updates on all the latest things that are happening and following the latest rules and guidelines from Apple. So you can instantly know if there's an issue and you can direct it before you start seeing these types of negative reviews. Right? That would be a perfect ad because, again, obviously what sparses down to get a strong headline and ad out of that, because what I'm communicating here is I'm communicating the problem. I'm communicating the problem they're experiencing, and I'm giving them a path out of it and how they can do it. And I'm pointing out something that's recognizable to them as a problem, right? Like right now, it's like deliver superior mobile app performance. Like, where's the problem in there? It's time to think like a mobile first company. Why? Because you said so. I don't know who you are, right? That's the problem with ads like this. You want to be very, very clear, like what problem is that you're solving. All right, so let's go over to the landing page. Take a look at the landing page next. I just want to see if they have any other more. Yeah, they have a lot of ads like this. Cost of mobile failure is high. Even the most talented mobile teams can't fix performance issues they don't know about. again, like a business, it seems like they're targeting business owners with this ad. Business owner usually has a lot of things going on, and he'll trust his team to take care of it. And if not, like, again, you have to show me a problem that I see. If I'm starting to get negative reviews in the App Store, that's a perfect example of something that I see, and I want to know how to stop it, right? And now you can give me your mechanism to be able as a way to stop it. Hey, there's special infrastructure on Apple and Android that most developers aren't even aware of because they're constantly changing, and we allow you to get instantly updated on it so you can fix it immediately, right? Great story that you're telling people. It released frequently and with higher quality. Okay. I understand this is software language here. But you want, they're using what's it called, the lean model, right? The lean development model. Release frequently with higher quality. I would say release your software frequently with higher quality. That just calls out exactly who this headline is targeting. Improve your app quality by receiving bug reports and feedback from testers. I love this sentence. This is so clear. This is what they should be posting freaking everywhere. Use this as a seed for the story for everything you do. Okay? There's no mention of anything like this in the ad or the headlines. Let's look at the headline here. I'm assuming this is a retargeting ad. Try for 14 days. Find the plan you need. Request a personalized demo. Learn more about our. Oh my God. Oh no, you didn't. Oh no, you didn't. Learn more about our solution. This is what I call burning money. This is what I call taking money and setting it on fire and watching it burn. Like it's just dead space. You have to remember the way people read ads is they're going to scroll down. If the image kind of catches their attention, the first thing they're going to do is read the headline. Okay, if you lose them the headline, you've lost them to the rest of the ad. Well, let's just take a look at kind of the image here. Performance monitoring for the entire mobile app development life cycle. This is not bad. But I would be a lot clearer with this thing. I would even reiterate this message. Get instant bug notifications. Get instant bug notifications so you can update your app fast. Right? Instant's a good word. That's a good word. Take your mobile app to the next level. Instabug, monitor, prioritize, debug performance. Okay. Again, this headline's not good. The ad has some good stuff, but again, never use this phrase. Learn more about our solution. That's called a call to action. You really don't want that in your headline. You want to use your headline to be put a benefit in there, tell a story, talk about a pain point. You want to really leverage every single possible opportunity to be able to get people to understand why they should be moving forward with your ad. Okay, so that's kind of an overview. Their landing page overall is decent. They're giving you over their benefits here. They've got companies that they've used. I don't believe, honestly, that all these companies have used their product. It'd be pretty cool if they had some case studies like Yahoo, Toyota, OnePlus. They have some huge companies here. It could be. But it'd be cool if they had like some case studies to actually say, hey, what do we do for OnePlus? What do we do for Yahoo? That would be even cooler. All right, and overall, the landing page is a standard SaaS landing page. In terms of the call to action, actually, one thing I think I'm not liking here is they don't really have any calls to actions until the bottom of the page to actually get started. Like sometimes people even have like a floating get started button. They don't even have that. So yeah, some things they can update on this page. All right. So that is it. That is the end of this week's Tuesday teardown. I hope you got a lot of value out of that. Leave some comments and share this video so more people, we can spread this and more people can get some learnings from this. If you are somebody who does run paid ads or somebody who does email marketing and you're looking for additional help, you can check out my site, firecopy.co. I offer all my services on a subscription model. Hey, Aaron, what's going on? On a subscription model. So allows us to get really good quality stuff out the door really fast without dealing with all of the stuff that bogs everyone down. So looking forward to see you guys on next week's Tuesday Teardown. Watch out for next week. I'll be releasing probably tomorrow or Thursday the next 3 victims for next week's teardown. All right, see ya.